Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of RHC 133 Academic Research. So, last week you got started with this course. You started to think about, what you're trying to get out of the course, and you started to think about this concept of they say versus I say, which is the text that we're using this semester, but it's also this construction of how to make an argument, right? Well, they say this, I actually say this other thing. So, in order to do that, though, you need to not only know what other people say, but you need to be able to summarize it and understand it and make sure that your audience understands it. So, this week, we're going to be practicing the art of summary, and we're going to be thinking about the practice of not only what it means to summarize something, but how to do it in the most effective way. And we're also going to think about this in the context of social science writing. So, you're going to be focused on the genre of social science writing, especially in your second reading for this week. So if you look right here, this week 2 checklist is going to tell you everything that you need to know of what you need to accomplish this week. So if we click on it, it should load this document. And I was having trouble loading it in a second. So we're going to give it a second. And it looks like it's still having some trouble. So we're going to move, this is the document itself when you download it. So you can see this is the week of October 25th through the 31st. We're talking about constructing arguments, finding and reading sources, and generating topics. So this week, not only are you practicing summary, but you're actually going to go ahead and choose the topic for your research project that you're going to be working on throughout this semester. So the 3 major things that you're going to be looking at, the text that you're going to be looking at, is imagining your project in the TQS model, which I'll refer to and explain in a second. You're going to be reading 2 chapters from Graf and Birkenstein, They Say, I Say, and then you're going to be completing 3 assignments this week, summarizing empirical research, a topic proposal, and then your weekly writing journal. So you can see this week, you're going to first read the 2 chapters, the first one on summary, the second on social science writing, but it's going to talk about summary specifically in the context of social science writing. Then you're going to watch a lecture, which I'm about to upload in a moment. Then you're going to complete assignment 4, summarizing empirical research. You're going to review the topic question summary guide, and then you're going to complete your topic proposal and your writing journal. So let's look at where some of those things can be found on the website so you can make sure that you navigate everything well. So if we go back to our homepage, you can see under week 2, you've got your readings here. So these are the things that you're going to complete first. Under resources, you've got your TQS guide. This is going to help you with your topic proposal. If you click on it, it pulls up this PDF that helps you to know how to choose a topic question. Sorry, I said summary before, and it's significance. So read through this before you work on your topic proposal itself. But then if we go back, we can see that there's additional advice here for choosing a topic. This is not on your checklist because it is optional, but it's just something that might help you. You'll see the lecture video under here, as well as the week 2 overview that I'm recording right at this moment. And then down at the bottom, you can see your 3 assignments. So let's look first at assignment 4, which is the first assignment that you're going to be completing this week. So it says right here in chapter 17 of They Say, I Say, Aaron Ackerman writes, "Good writing in the social sciences, as other academic disciplines, requires that you demonstrate that you've thought about what it is that you think. The best way to do that is to bring your views into conversation with those expressed by others." So in this assignment, you're going to be practicing that kind of work. What you're going to be looking at are 2 opposing articles that are dealing with the practice of spanking as a childhood disciplinary technique. You've got this one article from Time that is defending spanking as a technique, and then this one from Psychology Today, which is saying that spanking is not a good practice to persist. So you're going to write 3 short paragraphs for this assignment. In the first 2 paragraphs, you're going to be writing concise summaries of the respective articles, comparing their arguments. In your first paragraph, this is very simple. First paragraph, you're going to summarize the Time article. In the second paragraph, you're going to balance your voice with those in the second one, you're going to be talking about Psychology Today. In both of these, you want to be balancing your voice. This is something you're going to read about in the chapter of how to balance your voice with that of the summary itself. And we're going to talk about that in the lecture as well. Then in the third paragraph, you're going to write your response to the articles. Which argument is the most compelling? Are there elements of both that are useful? And why or why not? I don't want you to write just an emotional response here. I want you to really think about the research that was presented and make a measured thoughtful response to both of those paragraphs and think about the actual evidence that was presented in both of those articles. You can use the chapter 2 resources as well as those in chapter 17. Both have templates, and there are even verbs at the end of the chapter in chapter 1 or in chapter 2 that are going to be very helpful. So just in case you got lost in all of the things that I was just describing, you're going to be turning in a Word document with a summary of the Time article, a summary of the Psychology Today article, and your response to those two summaries. And you're going to be measured along the lines of these criteria right here. You're balancing your voice with that of the article. You're not going to oversimplify the original arguments. It's very important that you're careful and that you give it a good faith effort to understand the arguments. You're going to narrate the arguments of the articles rather than list the main points of each one. And then you're going to provide your own opinion based on the research presented in the article. So it's not just your opinion, it's research-based opinion. Okay. And then last, the category of grammar, syntax, and mechanics. So that is the first assignment you're going to be working on this week. The second assignment is you're going to actually be choosing your topic proposal. You're going to be choosing what topic you want to be writing about in this course. So we're going to be using this idea of the topic question significance model that you read about in the TQS handout. That's the thing that I pulled up a few moments ago. Please write 1 to 2 sentences for each section in a Word document. The sections are the following: topic, question, significance. So I am working on the topic of blank because I want to find out blank so that I can help others understand blank. You're writing 1 to 2 sentences for each of these, justifying why you want to write about your topic and what it is going to offer other people in terms of understanding. So the rubric here: your topic should be clear and specific enough to be addressed in an 8 to 10 page research paper. So it's got to be comprehensive. It can't be something that is so broad. And we're going to talk about this in the lecture as well. The topic chosen is argumentative. This means that you're not just making a report about an idea and telling us all the data about it. You're actually making an argument. You have to be able to take a clear stance either for or against the topic. And then finally, the author clearly articulates both the question and its significance. In other words, you're not just telling me what question you have, you're telling me why that question is important. The final assignment that you're going to be working on this week is your week 2 writing journal. This is just what you felt like you did well this week and what you feel like you need to work on. The same thing that we're doing every week. So please reach out and email me or set up office hours if you have any questions. I would love to help answer any problems that you might be having, and we could even meet if you're really struggling on any of these assignments. So if there's a lack of understanding after you watch the lecture, then please, please, please reach out to me and we can try to help. All right, so look out after this. The next video that you're going to be watching is the lecture, so go ahead and move on to that after you've completed your reading for this week.